Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dylan. Welcome to the Popcorn Podcast. This is episode number 90. We are into the sort of last 10 episodes before we hit 100 episodes. And today we've got another exciting discussion with another new guest. This late into the year, we're still bringing on new guests and wonderful ones at that. Welcome, Polina.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I mean, I don't know if you actually remember this, but I think we met for the first time earlier this year, I want to say, at, Paulina's like, gosh, when did we, let me remember this correctly. But we met because I think Universal invited a bunch of creators.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember now.
Thanks. Universal invited a bunch of creators to check out Jurassic World for well before sort of theatrical release, and I think Gaz, I think introduced me to you quite briefly, and then we went on to watch the film. But I mean, I've seen your stuff online, and this year as well, the London Film Festival. I know you are up to some pretty cool things there, which I definitely want to unpack. But before we do that, why don't you actually give the folks, I guess, a little sort of intro. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My little elevator pitch.
Yeah.
So my name is Polina, and I create film and TV content mainly on TikTok. I go by Such Polina, both on TikTok and Instagram. And I make mainly kind of film and TV recommendations, reviews, but my main thing is kind of breakdowns.
Yeah.
Loads of my audience call me like the English teacher of film because I will be one of those people who would go, the blue curtains, they symbolize depression.
Right.
Type thing. So yeah, this is that analysis and that breakdown, that kind of really digging into the meanings and metaphors and kind of the background of what the directors wanted to put into their films is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of my main thing. And because of that, and because I love me indie films, I love me film festival type films, that's kind of what led me down to film festivals circuit and a lot of like fun indie projects. So I'm really, really excited for this topic specifically because I do think that a lot of the actors would work on these types of projects versus movie stars who would work on like massive big movie blockbusters.
It's funny you should say that because I think first came across your stuff on TikTok. I actually came across your stuff before I'd actually met you in the flesh.
Probably.
So I think the first kind of content that I consumed from you was to do with film festivals and sort of the way you were speaking about film festivals. Have you been to many film festivals? I'm sure you have, but what are some of the ones that you have done and ticked off your list?
To be honest with you, I haven't been to too many.
Okay.
I am mainly like BFI and Cannes Film Festival girly.
Right, yeah.
And I think the reason why I go so hard for like promoting film festivals and the fact that like I always make videos about like here's how you can go is because people find them so intimidating and kind of unobtainable, and I'm there to kind of break down that boundary and be like, actually, you can go, whether you're a content creator, whether you're just a lover of film, there's so many ways to go to film festivals. But yeah, personally, I've actually only been to, Cannes, BFI London Film Festival, and I've dabbled into Venice very, very briefly. But yeah, Cannes is my bread and butter. Yeah, love Cannes Film Festival.
Did you go this year?
I went for the last few years. This year I went for the first time as press, which I was so hyped about. It was so cool. But yeah, so that's my my favorite time of year. That's my favorite thing. That's what I look forward to every single year.
It's like this is, I was explaining to people at work, sort of the London Film Festival, and it's actually much more accessible than people would think it is. But yeah, every time London Film Festival comes around in the year, it's like my 2 weeks of Christmas kind of thing.
100%.
And of course, it recently finished. And I think I saw on your sort of feed, you hosted some red carpets.
I did.
Which is pretty cool.
It is. It was my first time hosting anything like this or doing that kind of gig. It was thanks to TikTok UK. Love them.
Shout out TikTok UK.
Shout out TikTok UK. Yeah, they've reached out because they knew that I was a big like film festival nerd, and I've made a lot of content around film festivals. So it was basically a collaboration between TikTok UK, BFI, and kind of hosting these carpets and talking to this cast and crew. I've done, I think, 4 in total.
Who are some of the people that you got to chat to?
I've interviewed Claire Foy. I've interviewed Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
I've interviewed Stellan Skarsgård and Elle Fanning, and Renata Reinsve from Sentimental Value. And then the week after, I've done Paul Mescal, Josh O'Connell, Josh O'Connor, and then Alexander Skarsgård,
Gosh,
which
there we
was
go.
my, like, okay.
And that was for, was it for Cillian?
Yeah. Here's the thing about that. I think that I manifested that because I saw Cillian for the first time at Cannes in May.
Right.
And I have been obsessed with Alexander Skarsgård ever since. And I think that I've spoken that into existence to be able to actually speak to him.
Yeah. Guys, it works, okay?
It works. Put it out there. Put the vibes.
Amazing. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was definitely a highlight for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, gosh, like, again, not just doing the one-off red carpet, but you did quite a few as well. And do they ever get less, like, daunting to do? Or does it depend on the cast?
I think it depends on the cast. I will say, because it was my very, very first time that I've done anything like that, and it was like such a big deal to me personally, I was so nervous before the first one. And I kind of didn't know what to expect. I didn't know exactly how things worked. But thankfully the BFI team were so lovely. They really put me at ease. They like really helped me with getting like hang of things and providing me with like questions and things like that. So it helped a lot, but I did feel so much more comfortable the second time around than I did the first one. So it did get better, but it was still, because I think arguably the cast was, or some of the talent was a little bit more prominent in the second one. I'm so glad that it worked out in that order because I felt so much more confident, and I think it just went so much better, and I had so much more fun with it. Yeah, because during the first one I was absolutely dreading it. Yeah,
no, I can imagine. Gosh, yeah, and I will leave a link to a couple of those moments on the red carpet down in the description. Yeah, it's all out there, guys, for you to check out. But yeah, no, I'm sure you did a great job. But yeah, moving on though, Polina, what I like to do with all new guests on the channel,
let's do this,
is sort of shoot you around with quick fire questions, just to kind of get to know you a little bit as a sort of a film lover. So yeah, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so the first big question is, Polina, what is your favorite film?
La La Land.
La La Land.
I'm such a basic girly in that sense.
No,
I love it.
I mean, it's a masterpiece.
It's a phenomenal film.
Yeah. What is a film that makes you laugh?
What is the film that makes me laugh? I was thinking about that, and the last film I remember where I was like dying laughing in the cinema was Anora. But I think it's because I speak Russian and because I understand the context of the interactions between the Armenian characters and like the way that they interact. I found it so funny. I was cracking up in the cinema. Yeah. I mean, it's a hilarious film for someone who doesn't even speak Russian, so I can imagine. Yeah. What's a film you think is underrated? Chronicle. Oh, I love Chronicle. Please go ahead. Yeah. It's such a great film that I think in the superhero space specifically is so underrated. People don't talk about it nearly enough. Yeah. I think that it's great, and it's just, I don't ever hear anyone speaking about this. And if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Yep. It's so good. It's brilliant. What's a film you think is overrated? I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one. Everyone has been raving about it this year. Do you want to guess? Is it One Battle After Another? Oh no! Oh no, Polina! What have you done? This is a hot take. I think that it's brilliant. I think that it's a phenomenal film. Yeah. I think that it's massively not massively overrated. I just think that it's incredible. I don't think that it's that incredible. It makes sense considering the hype. When I was interviewing people on the red carpet, one of the questions we asked, what was like the first film that really, really impacted you, and what was the last film that you saw that really, really impacted you? Guess how the percentage of people that said One Battle After Another. Like 100%, 90%? Like 99% of people said One Battle After Another. And I'm like, it's great. It's fantastic. That last sequence, the chase sequence, is just so good. But it just didn't do it for me as much as it did for other people. Fair enough. And that's not to say that it's not a cinematic masterpiece, but to me personally, that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah. Isaac is like, I'm not showing any more photos now yet. So, Polina, what is your favorite or one of your favorite performances in a film? Ooh, great question. I absolutely adore anything that Emma Stone has ever been in. Yeah, I love her. I love her performance in Poor Things. I think I was having a conversation about the fact that I love her working with Yorgos Lanthimos, and I think that he brings out such dimension in her performances. And I think that her specifically going through that transformation in Poor Things is just brilliant. I love her performance in that. Absolutely, yeah, I can agree more. And seeing a common theme here, La La Land, Poor Things. Yeah, I might or may not have massive thing for Emma Stone. Yeah. We all do. What is your favorite cinema to go to? I'm a loyal Cineworld girly because that's a cinema. First of all, I have Unlimited, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Cineworld. But and my local one is the O2 one because I live around there. But
in Greenwich?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will say that I am also partial to the Picture House Central because it just feels like such a hub for like movie lovers.
Yeah.
And you can just go there and hang in the cafe. I like the vibe there.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
When it comes to actually going and watching movies, Cineworld.
Cineworld is like, yeah. The Picture House Central as well. I remember the first couple of years I was doing London Film Festival as press. That was like the place that all the sort of major screenings were. So yeah, great pick, yeah. What is a bad film that you love?
I have such a soft spot for step-up movies, and specifically Step Up 3D. That movie, it came out, the 3D in it is so bad. There is just so much that's like, it's just a guilty pleasure type film.
Yeah.
It's not even, I don't even think that it's that bad, but when you look at like not the filmography, but like when you look at the types of film that I usually watch, you'll be like, Step Up 3D, really? But I'm like, I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
It's like the Yorgos Lanthimos films and then Step Up.
Step Up. Specifically Step Up 3D.
Step Up 3D. What is, Polina, your biggest film ick or red flag?
Interestingly enough, I've mentioned Poor Things, right? And that's something that's been controversial with that film specifically. But to me, the Born Sexy Yesterday trope.
Right.
Have you ever heard of...
I don't know if I've heard of this categorized in this way, but please do explain. Yeah.
So Born Sexy Yesterday trope basically usually has a woman who is like extremely sexualized,
right,
and like is very obviously good looking, sexy, and she has the cognitive ability of like a child, essentially.
Right, yeah.
And I think if I were to think about it, what was the name of that movie? I think like Life Sized, where Tyra Banks basically turns into, she's like a life-sized doll. And she walks around this beautiful woman that like men lust over, but she has a cognitive ability of a child because she was just born.
Yeah.
And so she's like easily impressed by everything, and then basically like men start taking advantage of that type of thing. And that trope is used in quite a lot of films if you like go back and think about it. And to me, that's always a massive like ick in a film. And there was loads of discussion and loads of controversy whether that trope has been used in Poor Things, because obviously, again, just by the context of it. But I think that what Poor Things does well is actually subvert that trope with her then regaining that power and going through that evolution and growth and turning that journey into something different entirely, and her regaining her power, which is one of the reasons why I love that film so much. And yeah, I think it was a very valid discussion though around that trope. But yeah, that is the type of thing that whenever I see a film and it goes into that territory, I'm like, ick.
Yeah. I think in like immediately it's a very uncomfortable sort of thing to do as well.
Yeah.
But it's, I agree. Like it's quite rare for you to find a film that actually tackles or uses that in a way that's constructive, I guess. Yeah, great pick. Yeah. What is your biggest film green flag?
Emma Stone.
Enough said. There you go. What is your favorite film score?
Right. I adore Hans Zimmer and everything that he does, but there is this film called, one of my Letterboxd top 4, The Intouchables. It is a French film, which has been remade by Americans as well.
Yeah.
Not watch that one, watch the French one. And Ludovico Einaudi has done the score for that film. And Ludovico Einaudi is one of my favorite composers of all time. His music really speaks to me, makes me so emotional. And I kind of want to say that one because although, again, love Hans Zimmer down, Hans Zimmer works with like a massive group of people. Hans Zimmer has a whole team. It's a whole team.
Yeah.
It's a team effort. With Ludovico Einaudi, he writes his own like that, and that score is just so. I think I have to say that one. Yeah.
Also, his music is also like all over social media now. Every kind of edit there is, any emotional edit, any. Yeah.
I've seen him live for the first time this year, and when I tell you, I bawled my eyes out the entire time. It was very similar for Hans Zimmer as well.
Have you seen Hans Zimmer live?
I've seen him live a couple of times.
I have seen him live a couple of times. I was like, what, four, 5 times now? Like it's, I keep going back. I've seen the same thing over and over again, but like, yeah, it's just too good, man.
It is really, really good. But yeah, I think if I had to go off like that emotion, and because I don't know, Hans Zimmer at this point feels not commercialized, but it feels.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he has he has a very synthesized sort of composing style now. He pioneered that kind of technology, but it's always nice to sort of, even in this kind of climate of film composing, find a composer that does have a preference for the old school sort of classical kind of. Yeah, absolutely. Horror or comedy?
I'm not a big horror girly, so I'll probably have to say comedy.
Okay. Sci-fi or fantasy?
Sci-fi.
Blockbuster or indie?
Indie.
What's a film you wish that you watched in the cinema?
Like 2001 Space Odyssey. Just like for the visuals and for the score, and I feel like a good pick would probably be like, well, I've seen it in the cinema, but like Interstellar or something like this. Yeah. But I think they're actually a lot more accessible. I think people rerun them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But like 2001 Space Odyssey, I never got a chance to watch it in the cinema.
Yeah, I made the decision to go because last year the BFI IMAX showed it during the summer, so I ticked that off my list. I was like, yes, absolutely, definitely seize that opportunity when you can. Who is a director whose work you want to watch more of?
Okay, I have such a arguably niche answer for this one, but I saw Kristen Stewart's directorial debut at Cannes for the first time this year. It's called The Chronology of War.
Okay.
And I know that I could say like one big director name or anything along those lines, but this is her directorial debut, and this is the first film that she has ever made. And it made me so excited for her future as a director. She has such a distinct directorial style that I think when I walked out of that film, it's one of my most liked Letterboxd reviews. But it literally says something along the lines of, this is exactly the type of film that I would expect Kristen Stewart to direct, because it feels like her.
Yeah.
And that makes me so excited for her future as a director, and that makes me excited to see what she does next. So I could say probably someone with like a massive filmography, but she's the director that I'm excited to see more things.
Yeah, interesting. I look forward to checking her feature out for sure. If you were stuck on a desert island, Polina, what 4 films would you take with you?
I mean, it has to be my Letterboxd top 4.
Okay.
That's the first thing my mind goes to, which of course includes La La Land, obviously. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that film. I think that it's so unique, and it's so unique in the way that it's been produced and just in how much love has been poured into it. The Intouchables is also on my Letterboxd top 4. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Ooh, good pick.
It is such a marvel of the animation genre. Fantastic score, fantastic just emotion behind it. So yeah, I have to say those 4.
Great
and I think
picks.
they cover loads of themes that are always resonating with me. Like La La Land with its like beautiful yet heartbreaking love story. Everything Everywhere All at Once with this like family dynamic, dysfunctional family elements to it. The Intouchables was just like the joy of living, and Spider-Man just everything.
Yeah, absolutely. A great range as well for your desert island. Desert island? Desert island. Do I keep saying desert island? And finally, Polina, you mentioned One Battle After Another. Probably not going to be this then, but what is your favorite film of 2025 so far? And following up from that, what is your most anticipated film for the rest of 2025?
My favorite film of the year... Listen, again, after saying one battle after another is overrated, I'm gonna put myself in such hot water. At this point, I've accepted that. I adored Bugonia, that I've seen at the London Film Festival, because again, I love Yorgos Lanthimos, I love Emma Stone, so to me, I'm in heaven. Jesse Plemons also fantastic in it. I also absolutely loved Sinners.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, anything with vampires in it, I'm there. I'm sad, and the score is phenomenal. The music is phenomenal. The performances are great. I forget the name of the main actor. Not Michael B. Jordan, the one who plays Sammy.
Jack O'Connell.
No.
Miles Caton.
Yeah,
Miles Caton. Yeah.
He's such a breakout performance, I feel like for this being his first feature, and for him to have such like star power to him with his music and his just overall presence as well. I think it's fantastic. And so I would say it's somewhere between these two. Yeah. I've seen Sinners a few times. I've seen Bugonia only once so far. I need to go and watch it again. I loved it so much. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I was at the opening night gala at London Film Festival. Yeah.
And it was, I loved it. I think it has a lot going for it, specifically for me as well as someone who loves to like dig into little details, like analyzing things. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, because it's out right now in cinemas.
So, it's out in cinemas. Go watch it. And in terms of my most anticipated, I'm going to be so basic. And be Wicked.
You're going to say Wicked?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Avatar 3 for a second, but of course Wicked is coming. You're not a fan of Avatar by the sounds like the looks.
I'm like, it's going to be huge. I'm going to watch it and then I'm never going to think about it until the next one comes out.
Sure.
But I love musical theater. I love going to watch like stage performances and everything. Yeah. And I loved Wicked, the first one. So I'm excited for part 2.
Amazing. Well, there you go, guys. Those were Polina's quickfire questions. I think we have a little bit of an understanding of what makes you tick. Emma Stone, Yorgos Lanthimos, and not one medal after another.
Do not come for me. It's a great film. It's just not my type of film.
It's all good. It's all good. I've met some people who also are like, yeah, it's good. It's a little overrated, but fair enough. Yeah. Guys, if you have seen the title of this episode, you know myself and Polina are going to be speaking about a very specific topic within the sort of broader film industry, Hollywood, film criticism, film discussion. And that, of course, is the distinguishing sort of qualities, I guess, between actors and movie stars. So how this is going to work is, in front of Polina and I is the magic bowl. Polina, do you want to show the folks the magic bowl? And inside the magic bowl, guys...
Which camera am I working
is a bunch of Hollywood actors, Hollywood stars, and one by one, myself and Polina are going to take turns picking a name out and giving our take on whether we consider this person to be an actor or a movie star. Before we define those terms, I guess, I want to sort of establish before we do that number one, all the names here are technically actors by craft. They do this as a profession, so technically everybody here are actors. They all work in the film industry. They all play characters. Number two, we might categorize what makes an actor and what makes a movie star differently. And that includes myself, Polina, and that includes you guys as well. I think that's actually going to be where the more interesting sort of discussion happens, because what I consider to be a movie star might not be what Polina considers to be a movie star, and vice versa. Number three, the definition of these terms, more so the movie star term, I think is a term that has changed over time. So a movie star back in the day will have a different sort of categorization as a movie star we consider today. And number four, none of these terms, actor, movie star, necessarily mean one is better than the other. It is, if me and Polina sort of say someone is a movie star, it doesn't mean they're necessarily better than another name in this bowl. Sometimes it might, but often it might not be. Polina, before I actually give my take, I actually want to ask you before we get stuck into this, how would you personally distinguish between an actor and a movie star? That's the first thing that comes to your mind.
I think, to me, right, there are certain people who go into their craft like with craft first and kind of taking on very, very like versatile roles and everything, and they may not even be necessarily very outgoing or very commercial outside of that craft. And I think that's, for me, is like an actor specifically. And then there's other people who may have like endless charisma, and again, they're very much like big blockbuster type. They always take on very similar roles, but because they are so charismatic, because they have so much pull when it comes to like bringing the audiences in or bringing the box office in, to me that is a movie star. Yeah. So that is a distinction to me. Again, might be probably different for different people, but that is, I think, to me is what. Yeah. I think I can sort of get behind that as well. Yeah, someone who's a movie star, they you associate certain roles with that person and whatnot. They also have specific characteristics like the box office draw and like there's, like you say, a level of commerciality with them. And actors are sort of, it comes with sort of how they are in press, and you can kind of tell by their kind of personality a little bit to a certain extent. But yeah, despite the fact that we kind of have seemed to have agreed on those terms, this is where it gets fun, because we're going to start picking names out, and probably, maybe, most likely, these terms are going to be sort of skewed a little bit. I was explaining the concept of this to a friend of mine yesterday, saying, hey, I'm shooting this episode with a new guest, Polina, and it's about da-da-da. And then she was like, give me some people that you think are actors and movie stars. And I started doing it, and we got into an argument already. It's going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Also, guys, very, very quickly, there are also two rare categories that we have aside from an actor and a movie star. So we've got a unicorn. A unicorn, this is a rare magic combo of somebody who is both considered an actor and a movie star.
And just to sort of play on the fantasy, I guess, we've got an ogre, which means that the person is, for whatever reason, we wouldn't necessarily categorize them as a movie star, and also we wouldn't categorize them as an actor as well. Does that kind of make sense? I'm sure it will make sense the more we play. So without further ado, Polina, do you want to pick out the first name from the Magic Bowl?
Let's do this.
And we're also going to try to get through these as quickly as possible because there's quite a few of them.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
Oh.
See, now I have to think about this. I would probably say that he is an actor more than he is a movie star, just because, again, I think that he's taken on some very versatile roles. I think that he's a good actor, but I don't think that he would have that level of, like, again, commercial pull, or people would be like, oh my God, I'm going to this specifically to see Mark Ruffalo. And I think that in press and in interviews and in everything surrounding his films, he just comes off as just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you. I was so scared. I was like, are we gonna have a disagreement on the first name? Absolutely. Mark Ruffalo is, I think, an example of somebody who can be in the biggest, most commercial franchise of all time, but also still maintain that he wants to do really honest work. And I also think his sort of political stance outside of his sort of his role is sort of further cements him as someone who is not necessarily interested in being a movie star or being that kind of leading man sort of figure in Hollywood, I would say. So yeah, completely agree with you on that one. Why don't you do 2 for 2? Yeah, go for it.
So you want to disagree? You want to... Glen Powell. Ooh, speaking of being
there we go.
A leading man. I think I would go that he is a movie star.
Okay, interesting.
Just because, especially recently, he's been in everything. Like, there's any TV show, any film you look towards, Glen Powell is always there. And I think that he's going after such, like, commercialized type projects.
Yeah.
I think that he might evolve, well, not evolve necessarily, like, again, one is not better than the other, and the definitions are quite different. But I think, again, I have to look at the movie star from my own point of view, which is like very commercial name. I think his name is very commercial.
Interesting. I agree with you, although I would actually categorize Glen Powell, weirdly enough, as an ogre. So the reason is because I think we can both agree that he's not an actor in the way we would define some of these terms. The reason I wouldn't quite put him as a movie star just yet, I think he's like, it's there, and it's going to happen maybe very soon. And he's definitely, I think, chasing that movie star status. He has been compared a lot to, of course, like almost like the second coming of Tom Cruise in a lot of ways. He's worked with Tom Cruise on Top Gun Maverick, and I think from what I've heard, Tom Cruise took those group of younger actors and is very much like trying to train them in a way that is preserving the kind of movie stardom of kind of Hollywood. And Glen Powell, with the projects like you just said, he's kind of been in everything. Recently, he's now going to be starring in The Running Man with sort of Edgar Wright. I think he's got everything it takes to be a movie star. I just don't think he has the a lot of people
there yet.
He's not there yet, exactly, and which is why I would kind of throw him in the yoga. But yeah, great points.
I would, I would agree with that.
Yeah?
I think, maybe I'm seeing the potential in him of like that movie stardom. But I think if I that's a good definition of the ogre category.
Yeah, these categories will probably make more sense the more we play around. You know what I actually thought? Let's do let's take turns picking out of the bowl, but like until we get to a person we disagree with. So like I'll go now until we get.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Great. Okay, so Magic Bowl. Let's see what we have. Okay, I've got Cillian Murphy. All right. I mean,
I think this one should be easy to agree.
Yeah, I think so. He's a movie star. No, he's not. He's an actor. He's through and through an actor. He is so sort of uninterested in the actor movie stardom life. Yeah. Again, someone who can be in one of the biggest films of the past decade, I would say, and still be like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to Ireland and just go to the pub and just have a nice time with my family. Easy.
I love him for it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's great. Right, Anya Taylor Joy.
Ooh.
I think Anya Taylor Joy is more on the acting side than a movie star just yet. This is one of the actors that myself and my friend had a disagreement of. I think Anya Taylor Joy she's a very distinct actor. Even just visually, you look at her, she doesn't look as how you would associate a lot of other commercial actors. Like, she's a very distinct look. Great actor as well, a lot of great performances, and has been in a lot. However, I do think ultimately, for me, the true test of whether or not she was a movie star, and maybe she does still have that movie star stardom some point in the future, was Furiosa last year. I think it was last year. Was it last year? Last year, yeah, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it's a brilliant film, but unfortunately it was a sort of financial flop. And I do think, unfortunately for someone to be a movie star, the box office does have to sort of back you or speak for you yourself in a bit. I'm not saying it's entirely down to Anya Taylor Joy why that film flopped. In fact, she's brilliant in the film. Yeah. And even, having someone like Chris Hemsworth in the film couldn't even push that. But I think I still, for now, see her more of as an actor than a movie star.
I'd agree.
Yeah?
I agree with that.
Okay, that's 2 for 2. Let's see. Okay, we've got Nicolas Cage.
Love that man to bits.
He's great.
You go.
I think the funny thing about Nicolas Cage is, of course, we all kind of know Nicolas Cage is this kind of actor with actor by profession, with a cult following. He's been in he was in some really good stuff, and he's won an Oscar. But then he sort of started making films that have now been parodied, and he's become a kind of meme. He's become a parody in of itself. And I think that there are some projects that he's done that are quite interesting, like films like Mandy and things like this, some art house projects. And I think he's interested in those weird roles, but I don't think he is or will ever quite sort of break out of that movie star attribution, I guess. Like, people always say, like, oh, it's a Nick Cage film, Yeah. So I would categorize him as a movie star, even though his roles are varied in a way that one would potentially see him as an actor. But by the look on your face, you might disagree.
I think that his career progression took him from being a movie star into somewhat of an ogre.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think that these days he kind of exists on this periphery of, again, like, he has a cult following. He has people that are going to be like, it's a Nick Cage film, I'm there. Yep. Sad. But I think that at this point he's just kind of having fun with it. Yeah. And not really caring that much about, like, commercialization.
100%. I agree with you.
And yeah, I think that he's kind of, it's not that he's neither a movie star nor is he, I guess, does it put him into a unicorn? It's kind of, it's hard to it's hard to narrow that down, but I think he kind of exists outside of the
realms of this kind of...
outside of... he's in his own category. Yeah. But if I were to put him into anything, I think also just, like, thematically, because he's just having fun with it and he doesn't care about, like, what people think. I think that puts him under an ogre to me, just because he's just like, fun with it. But I think he definitely, back in the day, would have been a movie star.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, for me, like, even though I probably still consider him a movie star and you probably consider him an ogre, for me, I think he's an example of someone who was a movie star and hasn't, like, he will always be seen as, like, because he's always seen as, like, Nick Cage. Yeah. He's always riding that movie star persona despite the work he's doing. So, like, for me, I agree with everything you're saying, but he's always for me going to be like, oh, it's Nick Cage. But yeah, there you go.
Okay,
there you go.
Brendan Fraser. Oh, love that man so much. You know what? I think people might disagree with me on this. Well, I'm just trying to think. To me, personally, he is an actor in the most complimentary, like, sense of the word. Again, I don't know if he would have reached that level of, like, stardom back in the day. He was a massive name and everyone, like, absolutely loved him. Yeah. But to me personally, I think that he is an actor, especially, like, with all of the roles that he's been doing recently. First of all, incredible range. Like, The Whale absolutely broke me. I've seen Rental Family, which is the latest film.
I really need to see this, yeah.
It's really, really good. It's really, really heartfelt. It's very, like, adorable, and it's going to pull at your heartstrings. I think, to me, I think he's an actor. I think he had potential of breaking out to be, like, a movie star, but I don't think that he went down that route. And obviously he had his own, like, kind of
personal stuff,
personal stuff happen that I think might have prevented him from kind of going all the way. But there's nothing bad, obviously, about him being
absolutely.
So I think I would categorize him as an actor.
I agree. I think at one point in Hollywood he was definitely a leading man in a lot of films. The Mummy, George of the Jungle. He was that kind of, I think, as close to a movie star as could be.
Yeah.
Where I would differentiate him from Nick Cage, it was like Nick Cage, I felt like, you know, he became that sort of almost a subculture in Hollywood. Yeah. Whereas Brendan Fraser, of course, for a lot of personal reasons, it just didn't work in the industry for a long, long time, has returned with some really, really, interesting work. Yeah. Won an Oscar for The Whale, etc. I agree, 100%. So yeah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, okay.
Movie star, I think.
Okay.
I think that she's perhaps... I have my own feelings about the whole political aspect of her kind of work, so I'm going to keep it to her professional work. I want to say that she definitely... She has potential of at some point becoming a unicorn. I do actually think that she can... I've seen her in some roles where I do think that she can act. But I think as of right now, she is very much a pull for the box office type person.
Yeah, interesting. I think Sydney Sweeney... I think it's an interesting how her career goes, because she seems to now really be picking kind of roles that are sort of against the grain of how people would generally perceive her. But then outside of those roles, she just does does double down into the public perception of her.
Yeah.
So she's a really interesting person. I do think she's talented, and I do think there are roles there where I haven't seen Christy yet, but I heard she's really, really good. I don't know. I think Sydney Sweeney, fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of her sort of career, I guess, is being dictated by the public perception of her, and I feel like she has a lot of trouble in seizing the, you know, she's you know, a product of her public perception, and sometimes like I think she has a quite a difficult task in really navigating her roles and sort of changing that public perception. Well, I'm sure we'll get to Margot Robbie in a sec, which is someone who has, I think, done that quite well.
That is true.
But Sydney Sweeney, I would definitely I would maybe class her as an ogre, just because I don't think it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I now that, like, because I haven't really thought about this, like, in terms of in too much depth before getting to her name. But now that I'm sitting here and actually processing this, I do think that perhaps, I don't think that she's yet at the level of stardom of like being a movie star. And I do think that, because I think that to be a movie star, something that you said that's quite interesting, having that confidence in exactly who you are and exactly how you're putting yourself out there, both in your roles and in your press and in your, like, kind of what you do outside of your roles. I think that's quite important, because if you think of someone like, I don't know, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, someone who I would classify as like movie stars, I think that they have that very clear alignment, and I do think that she struggles with that.
Yeah.
So I actually, now that you said that, I might actually move her into
the ogre category. As well. Gosh, there's a lot more ogres than we thought, right? Like, so I take it that's an agreement. So do you want to? Why don't you?
Ooh, Dakota Johnson.
Okay.
She might be another ogre.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Here's the thing. Listen, I think that Nepo babies can be so talented.
Yeah.
I think that Nepo babies can do great. Like, there's great examples of Nepo babies out there. I think that Dakota Johnson always plays the exact same, not the exact same character, but I do think that, unfortunately, to me personally, my opinion only, I don't think that she's that great of an actress.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that she is a massive movie star that's going to be like driving people into the theaters. I think that she also has a cult following. I actually love her personality outside of her films. I actually think that she is like, her interviews are really fun. I really like her. Again, I like her personality, but I don't think that she can act.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would agree.
That sounds harsh. She can act, but that just
Yeah, she's not quite to the sort of level of actors that who we were. Some of which we're categorizing as actors. So I would also probably categorize her as an ogre. So well said.
Ogres than dog. Saoirse Ronan.
Okay.
Actor.
Yep, actor. There's not much more that needs to be elaborated on. She's through and through an actor, and a great one at that. She's one of the very, very best. So yeah.
Margot Robbie.
There you go.
We have landed on Margot.
Yes, we have.
I think she's a movie star.
Yeah.
I think she. just what you said about Sydney Sweeney, I think that she started in the category of like being put into a box, and I think that she quite successfully has kind of left that box or kind of turned it into her own persona, turned it into her own box. And kind of really took on that kind of image that she wanted to put out there. And I do think that she's quite successful in it, and anything Margot Robbie is in, I will be watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has that level of pull where it's like, there's a new project, Margot Robbie's going to be in it, I'm like, watch list immediately. I know that I'm going to be sat in the theater watching her, and I do think that she is one of those names that is very much a household name. Everyone knows everything that she's been in. Maybe not everything, but I think definitely movie star level.
100%. I think so she sort of broke onto our screens in The Wolf of Wall Street as, you know, known as this or seen as this very kind of, you know, one of the most like gorgeous people working in Hollywood, but then has slowly by project by choosing interesting works has been able to shift that perception ever so slightly. I think there was always going to be people who perceive her like that, unfortunately, but for how she's doing that now, she's got her own production company, and like, you know, she's really sort of seizing that kind of her own path, I would say, in Hollywood. So yeah, completely agree with you on that. Yeah.
Nice. Chris Evans. I feel like it's a difficult one because I think a few years ago I would have gone like movie star, no doubt. I think that he has taken a bit of a step back recently. I do still think that he has... I'm just trying.
It's quite hard, right?
Because, listen, I love The Man Down. I think that he's great as like Captain America and everything. I don't think that he's that phenomenal of an actor.
I agree.
Makes sense?
I agree.
I think loads of his roles are quite kind of similar in, like, when I go back and think about his filmography, I can't think about any like standout role where I was like, oh my god, his performance like really took my breath away type thing. So in that sense, I don't think that he would fall under like an actor specific category for me. I do think that he had massive commercial pull again a few years ago. As of more recently, I don't know if he has that anymore. But yeah, I think if I had to pick, I would probably put him under a movie star.
Yeah, I agree.
Because also I do think that he has this like great outgoing personality. I think people like him, and he definitely has, I think he was there, and I just don't think that as of recently. I think he's been focusing more on his like personal life, and he just had a kid and everything. Congrats, Chris Evans.
Yeah, congrats, man.
But yeah, I think that's, to me,
I agree.
He would be a movie star.
Yeah, 100%. I think you know, whenever anyone mentions Chris Evans, the first thing you think of is Captain America. So like, whether or not he's going to ever break out of that, I mean, I think he's doing Doomsday as well as on top of Robert Downey Jr. I think he's making an appearance. I don't know what's going on, but like, yeah, I would definitely consider him more of a movie star. And of course, that is due to, you know, his role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, etc. But yeah,
nice.
We're on a run here.
Yeah, I know. Andrew Garfield. Oof. I love Andrew Garfield, so I would, you know what? I don't know if this is going to be, again, probably going to be controversial to some, and I'm very, very biased. I love that man so much. I would put him under a unicorn.
Really?
Okay, actually, no. You know what? I take that.
Oh, that's quite bold. But no, please do again.
No, because I'm kind of like, did he ever reach that level of like movie star that would put him under a unicorn, or is he just like would I put him under an actor category? Because I do think he's been taking on some very versatile roles as well. I actually love him as an actor. But the big question under putting him in the unicorn category would be, has he ever reached that level of movie star stardom? And I don't think that he...
No, yeah, I would agree. I think I would put him as an actor. I think he's again someone who's very honest and seems very interested in the roles he plays, even if they're like, most of his works are, you know, successes, I would say, overall. Like they're positively reviewed. Recently he did After the Hunt, which I don't know if you saw, but it's
I did. That one was very questionable.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting with Andrew Garfield because even when playing a character like Spider-Man, I think those Spider-Man films compared to say Tom Holland's or even Tobey Maguire's, they're seen as much more not as loud or not as sort of a superhero kind of doubling down on that kind of genre as one would see. He still maintains something very earnest, and I think he's always interested more in the characters as opposed to that kind of stardom. So yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and I would say again, something that's quite important to me in like a movie star category is to have that alignment between who they are and the characters they play. Yeah, and I think that Andrew Garfield has that down very, very well. But I don't think, thinking about it more, to me, he's a movie star.
Yeah.
But I think to majority of people, it would be like, I think just like a actor category.
Interesting, yeah.
Another agreement.
Yeah, there you go.
Adam Driver.
Oh.
Actor.
Yep.
Easy
peasy.
Great actor too, love him. And I think that he kind of falls under a similar thing with like Cillian Murphy to me, or something like along those people, where he really interested in his craft, not necessarily interested in like the glitz and the glam and the publicity of the job. Yeah, absolutely. I think in many ways, this is going to sound weird, but in many ways, I think he's been able to maintain that actor status as opposed to a movie star status because the sequel trilogy of Star Wars flopped. If they were huge, like huge films, I think people would maybe categorize him more, like sort of align him more with the Kylo Ren character much more. I mean, he still is, of course, but like, and probably one of the best parts about those films. But I think because they're not looked on as fondly anymore, he's been able to kind of break away from that and actually do more interesting roles. Yeah, I think so. My gosh, we are on a roll. Let's go. Austin Butler. Oof. You know, would I put him under an Ogre maybe? Or because I loved him in some of his like more recent roles, like Bike Riders and Caught Stealing. However, to me, he kind of takes on very similar roles. Even him in Dune kind of still falls under the same kind of bad boy type category. So maybe it's because I haven't seen enough of his filmography. I don't see him as versatile enough just yet. I do think that he has the chops to get there. I think that he has
absolutely.
I think that he's actually a great actor, but I'm struggling to see that versatility in him yet. And he definitely has. He's one of those people where I think is going to be like on the list to be one of the next big things in Hollywood. 100%. But I don't think that he's there yet.
Yeah.
So perhaps an Ogre.
I agree again. I think he's almost like for me, he reminds me of like a younger Brad Pitt or like a James Dean type guy, like the bad boy sort of person. He's got the acting chops, and you know, even with something like he came back sort of to Hollywood and did Elvis and like sort of blew everyone away with just how like maximalist he can give as a performance, but then also now is also choosing kind of Caught Stealing and the Bike Riders. So like a nice balance. I think he's interested in, I don't know what he's interested. I don't know if he wants to be a movie star. I don't know if he wants to be but I agree. I think he's an Ogre. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Florence Pugh. Ooh, love Florence Pugh. And I think that she has been working on so many like smaller films. I think she's been really working on her, despite her also being in blockbusters of like she's Yelena in the MCU. I think that she's a great actor. I don't think that she has that commercial pull again just yet. So this is a difficult one. Again, I don't know if I would put her under an actor or after an Ogre. Because it's one of those things, similar thing with Austin Butler, similar thing with Glen Powell. They have the potential to get there. They have the potential of being a unicorn because I think they have like fantastic acting chops, and I think that they have the possibility to also become that like big commercial name. I just don't think that they're there yet.
Yeah.
So with Florence, as of right now, I'd probably put her under an Ogre as well. Yeah,
I you know what? I had her under... What did I have her under? I think I had her under as... Crazy enough, I think I had her under a movie star, but I think the more you've spoken about it, I think she is actually an Ogre because I would say she's the... Out of all the Ogres that we're going to categorize, she's probably the closest to potentially reaching that movie star stardom, I guess. I think, she's incredibly popular nowadays, and her commerciality has only been boosted by the MCU.
Yeah.
But I do think there is something very, it's going to sound weird, she's very British, and she has, that's so infused in her personality off the camera.
That I do think very true, yeah.
She's almost got this personal brand, like a Florence Pugh personal brand. Yeah. So, that is, almost coming into conjunction with her kind of movie stardom. But I do agree with you. I do think she's still
just she's getting there.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Yeah, but I agree. I think she's an ogre as well. But yeah.
Another one. Ooh, Emma Stone, my girl.
All right, here we go.
To me, Emma Stone is such a unicorn. I love her. She's everything to me. She's a movie star. She's an actor. She's everything, all packaged. Again, people may not agree with me, but I am extremely biased. I love Emma Stone down. To me, anything that she is in, I'm there. I'm sad. I love her performances and everything. I love her craft. I love her off camera as well. I love her in her just in personality.
Yeah.
In all of her interviews. So to me, she's a unicorn. But I don't know if she would have the same level of appreciation and commercial pull that she would have for me. I do think though that with a lot of people, apparently, right? I've had this conversation with someone recently that when people ask who is the best actor and actress, the most basic answer you can give is Leo DiCaprio and Emma Stone. So by that logic, I would say that she is a unicorn.
Interesting. For me, I'm I'm on the fence between. This is going to sound weird, but I think I'm on the fence of movie star and unicorn, because absolutely she's through and through one of the most talented actors working, but also I do feel like Emma Stone is a rare case of she's so good at her craft that it's almost catapulted her into movie stardom. She reminds me of someone she reminds me of the golden era of Hollywood, the Grace Kellys, and she's got a very old school Hollywood kind of appeal to her for sure. I will agree with you. I think she's a unicorn. I think she's someone who can navigate both categories very well, and is loved by basically everybody as well. So I will agree with you on that. Yeah. Gosh.
Nice.
Is that our first unicorn?
I think so.
Yeah, wow, there you go, Emma Stone.
Millie Bobby Brown. Oof. I think that she's an ogre as well.
Okay.
I don't think that she necessarily falls under... I haven't seen her in anything where I was like, oh my God, I love that performance. I love her as 11, but I also think that it's... Yeah, I don't know how to explain my feelings about her. I just don't. She's kind of I don't think that she also has that commercial pull, or she does have that insane presence outside of her craft to kind of position her as a movie star either. So I think to me she's kind of an ogre.
Interesting.
I don't have much to say about her, to be honest.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not the biggest fan.
For me, I think Millie Bobby Brown, I would put her in the movie star category, even though she's known more for Stranger Things, which is a TV project. I think that out of everybody who's sort of come from Netflix, she's the most commercially successful.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think if she was to do doing more films, she would sort of I think she probably will after Stranger Things finishes the end of this year. I think specifically because even though I don't think she's necessarily someone me or you would necessarily be super keen to check out, I think amongst the Gen Z, the proper Gen Z, she's every single person knows her. Everyone she's a massive pull to the younger generation. So I do think she does have that movie stardom in her, and I do think if it was Hollywood and not the sort of television sort of scale, I do think at this point I think she would potentially be in the movie star category. But
that is true. I think that she needs to break out of Netflix's grasp, because I feel like everything that I can think of that she's been in has been Netflix.
Yeah.
And I just think that she needs a bit more.
Yeah.
She needs more options to explore her craft.
I agree. Yeah.
Did we agree or did we disagree?
I don't know. You put her in the Ogre? Yeah. So I guess there we go. Couldn't last forever, guys. Okay. Ryan Gosling. Had to be done.
Ooh.
I think Ryan Gosling is a movie star. I think for me, by the way, he's just like Emma Stone's yours. Ryan Gosling's my guy. He's one of my all-time favorite actors. We have this ongoing joke at work that I am Ryan Gosling, as the I am Ryan Gosling meme thing. I think he used to be doing a lot more sort of darker, sort of more kind of deeper sort of roles, from things like Place Beyond the Pines to Blue Valentine, and then even like something like Blade Runner. He didn't bring a sort of a shouty kind of maximalist performance, but actually delivered something that was quite sort of down to earth and whatnot. I think I will always see him as that, but I think he's been very outspoken about how now he only really wants to do the bigger sort of projects, because he's got 2 daughters now and he doesn't really want to do anything like super dark or sort of niche like he would have used to have done. And I think a project like Barbie has like now catapulted him into that stardom. He's now going to be doing I think next year it's Project Hail Mary with Chris Lord and Phil Miller, like a huge blockbuster, and he's going to be in the new Star Wars film, which he is currently in London. He's moved to London in Hampstead, which is our sort of area we're very familiar with, to shoot Star Wars. So I think, if anything, I think he's a movie star now, and I think that's only going to get more. But you tell me.
I agree with you. I may even classify him as a unicorn.
Ooh,
maybe.
Interesting.
I love him as well, and I do think that he brings quite a lot of versatility to his roles, and I think that's always a big factor to me, is like whether you always come back to the same type of role, or whether you go and again like expand your craft and you go and take on like quite challenging projects. And I do think that he does have that versatility, and I do think that at least if now he's interested in massive projects, I think back in the day he was interested in kind of exploring a lot more of that and like putting a lot more of himself into that. So yeah, I may even put him
in the unicorn category.
Unicorn together with Emma Stone.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not mad about that. I mean, if you want to call him a unicorn, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, great. Yeah. Okay, I think we're passing it back. Well, that was short-lived.
I'm like, I just want the ball back, but I disagree with you. Jared Leto.
Okay, I didn't actually include him in the list I sent you, but I thought of it this morning because I think he's an interesting case. But please go ahead.
An interesting case he is.
Sorry,
man. Where do I even put him? I think I wouldn't put him under an actor, and I wouldn't put him under a movie star either. So I guess that makes him an ogre.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's really weird because he's like he's a movie star, but he's not a movie star in all the conventional senses that we would place a movie star, like identify a movie star, because
he came up as a music star, like he came
up 30 Seconds to Mars,
and I don't know, I think that he does have that level of, he has his whole like weird cult thing that he finds and everything, but I think that he had, especially with his music, he had the level of stardom of being like a movie star, but I don't think that he is a movie star in the sense of the film and TV space, if that makes sense. So and I don't think that he's that good of an actor. So
you know what's crazy? I think Jared Leto is almost like the anti-movie star. Like he's almost operating as if he is a movie star, but all of his films are like commercial and critical flops. Yeah. So it's so weird to see, like, even like the Tron, like you go to like see any film, people always go, "Oh, that's a Jared Leto film. That's a Jared." So he almost has this like unique brand of himself in a weird way.
You know what? I think that's a really good category to put him into. Like
so the anti-movie star.
We created a category specifically.
The Jared Leto category. Yeah. But yeah, there you go.
RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., movie star.
Yeah, movie star.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
Next one. Denzel Washington.
Ooh.
You know, again, might just be a me thing. I might put him under a unicorn.
Agreed.
I think that he is a phenomenal actor, but I also think that he does have like that level of, oh my God, Denzel Washington is in it. I'm gonna go and watch it. Yeah. And he has the presence, he has the aura of being a movie star.
I mean, hey, he took over Gladiator 2 basically.
Yeah, exactly. His presence on that, like, he's just such a standout in that film, and that film has like a pretty significant cast.
Yeah, it does.
And he just like radiates his aura.
Yeah.
Man has aura.
Exactly. Like Denzel's in it, it's a Denzel film, and he also has the acting chops to back it up. He does a lot of theater, so he's someone who's very like he loves acting, I think, specifically, but also he's not afraid here and there to, be in these kind of, well, Gladiator 2 was the biggest example of it, but absolutely a unicorn for sure.
Let's go. Javier Bardem. I would put him I would say that he's an actor.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think that he has the level of stardom to be like a movie star, but I do think that he's a good actor, and I do think that he has cult following in some spaces. But yeah,
I love Javier Bardem. I think he's also one of the people on this list who I think finds the best balance of everything. Like, he's such a great actor, but he's also in films like Skyfall and in F1, and he's just great. I love the guy. Like, he's fantastic, and a really, really strong actor. But I would definitely also categorize him as an actor as well. So yeah,
nice. Cate Blanchett.
Okay.
Cate Blanchett to me is
it's tough.
It is tough. She's also one of those actors that if I hear that she's in it, I would go and watch just because it's her. Yeah. But I don't think that that's the case commercially, or like that's the case for a lot of the people. So I would put her under an actor.
Agreed.
But if it was my world, she would be a unicorn.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Realistically, she's an actor.
I think so. I think she's like the very upper echelon of the actor category for sure. And I completely agree with you. I think if anyone's going to slip into the unicorn category, it could be Cate Blanchett for sure. Agreed.
Zendaya.
There we go.
Again, this might be controversial.
Oh.
I might get some heat on me. I think that she's a movie star. I think that loads of people might put her under a unicorn, maybe as like a both. I don't think that. Again, do not come for me, please.
I agree with you. Yeah,
I don't think that she's that strong of an actor.
Oh, okay. Well, I take it back. no, but please go ahead. Yeah.
No, I think that she's a great actor, but I find that with a lot of her roles, I'm getting very similar vibes.
Interesting, yeah.
And I also, something that I find quite interesting is she's been in a lot of roles where she's like set against other actors. I struggle to see, and people will be like, she has such great chemistry. I struggle to see that. I really struggle to see her having any different kind of chemistry with different people. It always feels the exact same to me. And that was the thing when people were like raving about the chemistry in Challengers, which I think I love Challengers, right? But it just didn't seem any different than the chemistry in like
Spider-Man.
Like, controversial. This is so controversial, and I can't believe that I'm putting this out there. But I would say that she's a movie star. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I do think she's talented, and I do think like for me the most impressed I've been with her in terms of just acting capability is Euphoria.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think that that's her best role for sure.
Absolutely, and I do think the thing with Euphoria, it even speaks of how much she's a movie star with Euphoria, because even though Euphoria now we recognize that show of having Sydney Sweeney and Jacob Elordi and Hunter Schafer, it's still almost Zendaya's show, like in a way. So to have that kind of grasp of that and have that your own unique brand, also her sort of commerciality outside of film, so like perfume commercials and sports gear and all this stuff. She's a brand herself. I
was gonna say that because she does so much with like she sings she used to have like a music career and everything, and she started off on Disney. I think that she has such a movie star presence as well, and everything that she does with fashion, the woman is I love her, absolutely adore her, but I think as of right now, I wouldn't necessarily put her into like an incredible actor. I think that she's a great actor, but she maybe lacks a little bit of that versatility to me personally.
Yeah. And
I think that she definitely, like, if she pursues this art, although I don't think that she's that focused on it at the moment. I think that she has like loads of, Dune. There's Dune, there is Odyssey, obviously. So you know what? I'm gonna stop talking now before I get like a mob of fans of running. Did we agree or did we?
I think we agreed. Yeah, movie star. Yeah.
Robert Pattinson. Oh my God, my man. Love Robert Pattinson down. I think he's such a unicorn, but that's because I think that he used to have obviously with the commercial success of Twilight, I think that just like by pure volume of everyone who used to be like obsessed with him, he could fill out movie theaters. And to me, he is an actor that I think took his career into such an interesting direction.
Absolutely.
Where he just takes on all of these like crazy projects, and I think that he's a phenomenal actor. And I think that, again, to me, he's one of those people who, if he's in the movie, I'm going and watching.
You're going to watch it, yeah, 100%.
And I think the thing is, I only kind of want to put him under unicorn because he was like in Harry Potter and like obviously Twilight and everything. Realistically, he's probably more of an actor. I don't think that he has that level of like movie stardom to most people. To me, he is so a movie star. But he also like his presence outside of.
Yeah,
I think that's something that he's quite like not detached, but he just has fun with it.
Yeah,
he doesn't necessarily play into like a movie star persona or anything like that. He's just like, I'm just here and I'm gonna say whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have fun with it. So as much as I wish he was a unicorn to everyone, I think he's actually an actor. Like he would fall under an actor category.
I agree. I think he's through and through an actor. I think he's so unapologetically an actor and he doesn't care about the movie stardom. If anything, I think the movie stardom in his early career has actually hurt him more than anything. And if anything, he's so like
hated it.
He absolutely hated it. And even to this day, unfortunately, like even people I see, speak to in general who don't really watch movies, they will always know him as the guy from Twilight, which is so sad because, like you say, he is one of the greats working. His range is fantastic. Go and watch Good Time. Go and watch The Lighthouse. Go and watch,
Mickey 17.
Mickey 17. Like he's just such a phenomenal actor. And I think like to not give him a chance to not have a look at those roles, you'd be doing yourself and him an injustice. I think he's brilliant. And it's also interesting as well how you can play someone like Batman and still also be unapologetically through and through an actor. I think even like I would even say the Batman is less so of this kind of like typical superhero version of Batman. It's much more of that kind of art house feel to it. So that helps as well in terms of him being an actor. But absolutely, an actor through and throughout.
Cool. We're running low now.
Oh yeah.
Nicole Kidman. I would say an actor.
Interesting. I'd say movie star.
Maybe again because I'm looking at it from such a personal point of view. I'm not really like I've never been a massive fan, and I guess it depends. Like, are we looking at it from the personal perspective or are we looking at it from the industry? I think if it was like industry in general, she would be like a movie star. I think she's very much, especially in her like prime. Yeah. But yeah.
I agree. I'm like not I like Nicole Kidman, and I think she's a great actress, like a great actor, and she has a great range. She's clearly got a good talent for it. But I do think she's like, it's almost like if I think about it, Nicole Kidman is almost like all of our dad's like favorite actress from back in the day, and she has that like name from like back in the 90s as like, oh, it's a Nicole Kidman film, and Nicole Kidman's in this and that. That's why like I also think like the movie star, she's a movie star. And recently was it Vanity Fair or I can't remember which Hollywood I don't remember the specific thing. They did this like sort of parade.
Oh, like runway.
And she sort of closed it off with Baz Luhrmann, and I saw her and I was just like, right, yeah, absolutely, this is everything a movie star is. So for me, she's a movie star. But yeah, I mean, I completely see both sides. Yeah.
I guess, when you put it like that, when you put it like you look at her and you're like, yeah, that's a movie star. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just to me because I've never really had that level of like devotion to her.
Sure.
Did we agree or did we?
I think we disagreed actually. Yeah. Okay, we got a couple more. Okay. Michael B. Jordan. I think he's an ogre.
I'd agree.
I think he's an ogre. Yeah.
I think that he has the potential to get to the
movie star level. Yeah.
Although, you know what, with the success of like Sinners. Obviously Sinners and when he was in Black Panther and everything, should he have reached that level already? Yeah,
I feel like he's almost there, but they're almost like those projects are so far apart from each other that I don't think like the stuff he does in between is necessarily like taking him in either direction. So for me, that's why he's an ogre, I'd say. Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh.
I mean, I think she's a unicorn.
I think she's a unicorn.
I think she's a unicorn, yeah.
I think she's again, phenomenal actor. Like, to go from Hunger Games to become like obviously like an Oscar winner, and then now she is in, oh my God, Die My Love.
Die My Love, I saw that.
Which is brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I saw it at Cannes as well. I didn't see it at the London Film Festival. And I know that they've re-edited it, so I'm so curious to see what's like the new edit.
Interesting.
But I think that she's such a phenomenal actor, and I think that she does have that movie star kind of presence as well. So yeah, I'd agree.
Absolutely. Well, there you go, guys. Those were all the actors I guess we had in the bowl, and do let us know whether you agree or disagree on any of those picks. That was super fun. That was good. That was good. I feel like we defined it quite well. Like we actually got the hang of it pretty well. So yeah. But Polina, as we do with every single episode, we're going to end with some games.
Let's go.
So I think what we're going to do is the first game we're going to play is I tell you what, let's do a this or that. So we were doing an episode on actors. So the first game I've got is this or that actor edition. Okay. So I've got some of the more sort of the best actors, I would say, up and coming, but also, just generally the best actors. And I'm going to throw you some actors and you're going to have to pick between
one.
the two.
Okay.
So here we go. Florence Pugh or Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Anya Taylor Joy?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Michael B. Jordan?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Haley Steinfeld?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Tom Holland?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Zendaya?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Josh O'Connor?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Mike Feist?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Letitia Wright?
Oh, I love Letitia, but I think Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Jacob Elordi?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson or Olivia Cook?
Robert Pattinson. I feel like I'm such a Robert Pattinson girly.
Will there be someone who beats our Pats? Robert Pattinson or Ayo Edebiri?
Oh, I love Ayo. I have to say People's Princess. I have to say Ayo.
Okay, there we go. Is it Ayo or Ayo? We've never actually clarified this.
Yeah, I think people say both
Ayo?
ways.
Yeah,
Ayo.
let's switch it up. Let's go Ayo. I think let's go. Ayo Edebiri or Jenna Ortega?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Will Poulter?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Kaylee Spaney?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Austin Butler?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Emma Mackey?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Rachel Zegler?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Harris Dickinson?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Elle Fanning?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Jeremy Allen White?
Oh, you had to. Oh my God. Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Naomi Aki?
Oh, I love Naomi Aki. Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Emma Corrin?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Daniel Kaluuya?
Oh, I feel like they're in such different stages of their careers, though. Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Paul Mescal?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Daisy Edgar Jones?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Lupita Nyong'o?
Oh, again, I feel like that's a very similar with like different stages of career. Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Jodie Comer?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Vanessa Kirby?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Mikey Madison?
I love Mikey Madison, but Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Jessie Buckley?
Oh, Jessie Buckley. Have you seen Hamnet?
Not yet. I need to.
Oh, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet is just breathtaking. But I feel like in all of this, I love Ayo Edebiri's personality so much that I pick her more of like that than the actual like the performances that I've seen of her. So I have to say Ayo. I just like her.
Ayo Edebiri or Barry Keoghan?
Ayo.
Ayo Edebiri or Saoirse Ronan?
Ayo.
And finally, Ayo Edebiri or Timothée Chalamet?
Timothée Chalamet. I was waiting for that one because I was like,
got it right at the end.
Chalamet over everyone, like as an actor, but also I do quite like. No, I think as an actor, he's one of the greats. I think
Shalamala Bing Bong.
He's such a great actor. But yeah, I guess here we go. It's Timothée Chalamet, Ayo Edebiri, and Robert Pattinson. That's me summarized.
There you go. Is Timmy a unicorn?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I would say so.
Okay. I can get behind that. So, Polina, up next, we've got, can you guess the actor from these 4 films?
Oh, I'm so bad at that.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Okay, first up, we have Don't Look Up, Interstellar, The French Dispatch, and Hostiles.
Timmy?
Yeah, Timmy. Up next, we've got Killers of the Flower Moon, The Master, Game Night, and Civil War.
Is it Jeremy Renner?
It's not Jeremy Renner.
Mark Ruffalo?
Nope.
I feel like it's one of us. I don't know, man. I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at like remembering who is in what.
Should I give it to you?
What was the first one again?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, give it to me.
That is Jesse Plemons.
Oh, Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
I love Jesse Plemons.
Up next, we've got Prisoners, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Air, and Kung Fu Panda 4.
Right. I feel like I should know this.
That is Viola Davis.
Oh my god, yeah, of course. Viola Davis.
That's okay, you can say.
Said a bad word.
That's okay, okay.
Yeah, of course.
Up next, we've got Drive, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Sucker Punch, and Annihilation.
I feel like I know everyone in Sucker Punch. Like, who? Is it Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Oscar Isaac. Up next, we've got The Martian, The Tree of Life, It Chapter 2, and X-Men Dark Phoenix.
James McAvoy?
It's not quite James McAvoy. That's a good guess, though.
Because he wasn't...
He's in 2 of those, yeah.
Trying to like run through the cast of the... I don't know.
That is Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain, huh?
And finally, we've got Star Wars The Last Jedi, Guardians of the Galaxy, Sicario, and The Usual Suspects.
Again, I feel like I should really, really know that, but I feel like I'm going to flop. Is it obvious?
I mean, do you know?
No.
Okay, well then it's not obvious.
No. Again,
Sicario, The Usual Suspects, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Man, I feel like I could sit here and think about it for hours, but I know that we're running out of time, so
So that is Benicio del Toro.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. There we go. So that's guess the actor from these films. Okay, so let's do... Have you got those prepared?
I do. You got to be quick though.
So what we're going to do, Paulina, is I'm going to give you some noise-cancelling headphones, and I'm going to read... I don't know what these words are. I'm going to read you some words or names or anything to do with the Hollywood film industry, whether that be actors, directors, or the names of films. I've got 10 words for you. I'm going to read them out. You're not going to be able to hear what I'm saying, but you're going to try and get the word, this will make sense as we play it.
So do I take my headphones off then?
Yes, please, if that's okay. Okay. This is going to be fun. Okay.
I'm also like... English
is
not my first language, and I'm really bad at reading.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Can you hear something? Okay. Can I have the... Okay. All right.
I cannot hear anything you're saying.
What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay. Film buff.
Film buff?
Correct.
Let's go.
Cinematography. Cinematography.
Cinematography?
Yes.
Let's go.
Cast and crew.
Cast and crew?
Perfect, yeah.
Maybe I am better at reading lips than I thought.
Okay. Yorgos Lanthimos. Yorgos Lanthimos. Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yes.
I'm like, there's a U and then there's a L. Okay.
Okay. Up next. Popcorn.
Do it again.
Popcorn. Popcorn.
Popcorn?
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. IMAX. 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 Max.
I pass?
IMAX. IMAX.
I pass?
IMAX. Max. Okay, so that was IMAX.
IMAX. I don't know why it's a M, but it sounds like a P or something, or B.
I don't know how many words that was, but...
Am I screaming? I don't know.
No, you're good. Emma Stone. Emma Stone. Emma Stone. Emma Stone.
I have no idea.
That is...
Emma.
Okay, up next. Okay. La La Land.
La La Land.
Perfect.
Easy.
Okay. Premiere. Premiere.
P.
Premiere. Premiere.
Prop.
Ooh, close. Premiere.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Premiere.
Premiere, right?
No, that's it. I think that's it.
Nice.
That's it. You did pretty well.
Let's go.
Great, wonderful.
Great song choice as well.
Yeah, no, I think
The whole time, just like, I'm broker, yes.
Well, guys, that is all the games we have time for. Thank you so much, Polina, for coming and chatting
Thank you
with
for having me.
Paulina's. I'm making Polina late for something else she's got to go to, so I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. And of course, all of Paulina's links will be down in the description box. Please go over and check out her stuff. Give her a follow. She's doing some amazing things. We look forward to seeing you on the red carpet next time as well.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you very soon in the next episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Cheers.